And welcome to our YouTube Live for Tuesday morning, the 10th of February in the Foxhole. That's the Foxhole Morning Show with Johnny Burke and Steph Barber. I'm in the Hal Hole, which is the news studio with the news and the traffic and chatting with you guys. Right now, we're going to, before we get there, listen into Johnny and Steph and their guest, Andrew Keller, home seller, for a couple minutes. Then we'll do some stuff and try to solve a puzzle.
30-degree temperatures feel like tropical to us.
Yeah, Michigan people, they have some, they're resilient, I think. I call myself resilient. If I go into the heat, then I automatically get a terrible sunburn and I'm sweating at 65.
They have something called the Winter Season Severity Index, and taking into account when snow started in the fall, how many big snows we've had, how long various amounts of snow have been on the ground at certain temperature levels. And there is this method has ranked the severity of our winter, and it shows the big picture for the winter so far. And it shows that Muskegon, Grand Rapids, Lansing, Flint, Ann Arbor, and Detroit had extremely severe winter weather by those standards.
That's amazing.
Okay, and apparently Houghton Lake, let me see, Saginaw and Houghton Lake are ranked one level less in a severe winter. Alpena and Sheboygan have added up to an average winter so far, but we're getting our butts kicked down here.
Oh, yeah.
So that's pretty wild, man. And it has not been. It's been probably 4 or 5 years since we've had a winter like this. So
I have a bunch of people that are trying to sell their house, and they put it up last fall, and they say, Andrew, no one's looking. And I say, do you go outside for fun?
Right, exactly.
Do you go outside for fun with these temperatures? But yeah, I'm looking at the TV screen right now, a high of 40 today.
yeah, it's going to be nice, baby. It's time to start selling some homes.
That's right. Let's go.
Home prices are increasing fastest in certain Michigan communities.
Okay, he's chatting with Andrew, new father, but he's also selling homes and doing very successfully at that with his business. Now, quickly, an opportunity to smile at every dog has his day, and today Chewy has his. Chewy's a Shorkie, which is a Shih Tzu Yorkie mix, and he lives in Barrie, Ontario, Canada. That's Chewy. Chewy. Rob Suka still wants to go outside. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. We certainly have to hang here for traffic, and you know how that is. Rob Suka, you know the programming. We got to do traffic in a minute. Let's see, what else is going on here? Well, that's going to be a little bit further down when I need. So we won't mess with that one. Got that going on there. Okay, good. All right, we'll get to that. All right. Your buddy Ed Schnell has cancers in the hospital. That's tough news. F cancer. We've been kind of talking about that a lot all the time. We lost our friend Norm Stoltz to that just last October. So particularly sensitive to people who are dealing with that fight. Positive vibes in his direction for sure. All right, we're going to do the resumption. While you were not here, Rob Suka, we had an opportunity to get a couple of more answers, make a lot more headway on our crossword puzzle. What did we get? 3 more answers, maybe 4 more answers? I think we have like 4 more answers while we were there. So we're going to continue with that in a bit. We'll do that. I want to remind you guys, starting Friday again, we're going to rebound from the old days of doing it once before when we were trying to get down to 200 pounds. We're going to try to get down to 210 because we're starting from who knows where, but I'm heavier than I want to be. So we're going to pick up the weigh-in again starting Friday morning when we're on Facebook. And of course, as you know, that happens between 7 and 7:30 on Friday. About 7:25 or so we step on the scale. And we're going to continue to do that and have you guess what weight we're at on that scale until we hit 210. That'll be the goal weight. Once we get there, we stop the contest. Each time that you guess correctly and you're closest to it and you win, you'll be put on a list of winners. You can enter as many times as you want. You'll be on that winner's list. And when we get to 210, the day that we do, we'll stop the contest and we will draw the name from among those winners of the person who's going to get a complimentary drawing from me to do of your special person, pet, or place, whatever you want. We will do that. So we'll start that process this Friday morning, so know that. When we get back from, I guess we'll go outside for a minute. When we do, and if we're going to, I better get prepared because this is cold, so I gotta get my coat. Hang on. Yeah, hang on. So no starting weight. No, you don't get the starting weight because I haven't been on it. I don't know what I'm at right now. I just know I feel heavier than I want to be. And I have not been watching my diet as well as I used to when we were doing that. That's something you have to constantly monitor. It's not, once you're into that, it's not hard to do. I've still got that app that I use called MyFitnessPal, which is kind of helping me along as far as the calorie count on certain things, but then occasionally I will slip and have something that maybe is a little more caloric than it should be for what I'm trying to do. Rob Suka thinks it's not extreme cold today. We're at 27 Fahrenheit, which in your terms is what? 27 Fahrenheit is minus 2.8, so you're about minus 3 if you were here. So not bad for considering what we've been through. We've just been through this enormous stretch of time. Johnny was just talking about on the air about how we have been determined to have been in the extreme harsh winter here in Flint. Up in Saginaw, it's just been a little bit less than that. It's on the next level down from that. Harsh, but not extreme harsh. We've been in the extreme harsh stuff because we had a whole lot of days of being maybe low teens, single digits, minus actual temperatures, that kind of thing. Finally outside since last year. You mean we haven't been outside since last calendar year? I thought we were, or maybe we weren't, I don't know. I thought we had been there earlier than that, or more recently than that anyway. Sibo was at 218 last time he was at his doctor. My last physical was in October, just before I got this enormous cough that lasted for 2.5 months. Wasn't that was major timing problem there. I think it was like 217, I think I was, something like that. I believe is what that was, 217, something like that. And I thought at that time I thought it was more than that. I thought it was going to be more than that. I was shocked that it wasn't. So I don't know where we're starting. It could be anywhere. All I know is it's not what once upon a time, back in the days when we first did the weigh-in the first time, and that was before COVID. I mean, well before COVID, several years before COVID. That was like 250. And that we got down from that to 200 and actually lower that. We made it to 196 for a short time. Didn't need to stay there. Doctor said the best was probably 200. With body mass index and everything, it's probably 200 was best. Probably picked it up at the dot. You might have. I can't believe that. As a matter of fact, the physician assistant that was doing the exam that day for me was telling me they just came back off of a major, him and his wife and kid had just gotten hit with some kind of major bug just a few weeks before that. And I'm shocked that they don't get that more often. I'm shocked that doctors and their physician assistants and nurses and so forth don't get that more often.
I don't need a guy that bad. I really don't need a guy that bad. There are alternatives. All right?
You can share a sleeping bag.
Yeah, no. You know what? I'm good.
I'm warming you. Baby warming. All right, listen, thank you very much,
It's
Abe.
always good to see you guys.
Tell that baby Grant we said hi and start showing him pictures of us now so he's not really fighting with them. So
Good to see him, yeah.
all right, and tell Meg we said hey and good luck to you guys going forward.
I would love to hold the baby.
I know you
Just you know.
There's nothing better.
I know.
He's he's in the phase where he burrows his head into your
Oh.
between your neck and yeah, I mean he'll just fall asleep and he's like the mouth open little snore. So
Oh
there's
my
great. I appreciate you guys. And, of course, if you're listening and thinking about selling your house, Knockout Real Estate would be glad to help. So, this is a great time for you guys to get a hold of us, and we're glad to help.
Okay, Dale wants us to guess who's back. Who's back?
It's kind of personal because I'm looking at doing some things in my house, but also I think people want to know this. I've been getting just a buttload of ads on my Facebook for shower changes. Now, I know everybody likes these new walk-in showers. We talked about this briefly once before.
They're still talking about real estate. And I keep wanting to bring up the Black House because it still ain't been sold. And it's been up there for over a year. Nobody's bought it yet. You still have masks in your car and sanitizer. You know, there's still people, and I'm actually kind of glad to see this. There are still people who, when I go to grocery stores, still are wearing masks. In fact, there are a couple of cashiers that I've seen that ever since COVID happened, there's one in particular I see a lot when I go to the store. She's still wearing a mask and has been ever since the COVID days. I assume that's because her immune system is quite, taxed on a daily basis. And so she's trying to avoid that. And particularly when that was one of the big problems during the COVID days, is that trying to get people to go to work in areas where you had to deal with customers on a public every day. I mean, the grocery store workers had to stay open. There were a whole lot of businesses, as you'll remember, that were forced to close because they were considered non-essential in the sense that you didn't have to be face-to-face with the public. But unfortunately, grocery stores are not among those. You have to have grocery stores open. So the people who worked them took their life in their hands before vaccines became a thing. And a lot of them got hit and ended up either on ventilators or at the very least in the hospital with some pretty stressful situations going for a while. Hell, we even had a couple of people here on our group who, you remember our friend Hunter First, the active duty serviceman who became a fixed wing flight mechanic, and his wife is a teacher. They were both perfectly healthy. And then she got it from one of the kids in her class. She came from being perfectly healthy to being on a ventilator the very next day. And then eventually she gave it to him, and he ended up in the hospital for a stretch of time. So that was the thing. And you all remember that kind of thing. But
All right.
About 10 minutes from now, I'll have the whole thing for you.
This hour is service of Michigan Lumber Company. For over 100 years supplying Flint and Mid-Michigan with top quality lumber and building materials, Michigan Lumber is also your go-to source for quality deck products. See them all at MichiganLumber.com and follow Michigan Lumber on Facebook.
Okay, I will give you this much of a hint. It has something to do with what we were just talking about. All right?
Oh, okay.
About houses, and specifically your house. So stand by. We'll have that next here on the Fox.
you use sanitizer all the time. You know, every place you used to go during those days, every place you went was just loaded with supplies of sanitizer. I still see that certainly in medical facilities, I see it. When you go to the doctor's office, it's always going to be there at the front desk. And then some other businesses will do it as well, but it isn't nearly as prominent as it was back in those days.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great
Yeah, get over here. Get ready for traffic. Guess the way to be on YouTube. It's going to be on Facebook. Going to be on Facebook. And, of course, you know that's between 7 and 7:30. It's going to be around 7:25 every Friday.
ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find.
Once we get back from outdoors, and when we do, we're only going to have time to get maybe one, maybe two words in, try to solve on our crossword puzzle. But we'll give it a try. We aren't going to be spending a whole lot of time outside.
See what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio
Let's see
right
here.
now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Are you tired of running out of space? Check out Menard's Self-Storage Facility. Menard's Self-Storage offers the most convenient and secure self-storage in the area. Options include features like 24/7 access, video surveillance, and on-site management. Menard's has warehouse units at the best prices in the area. And your
Michigan Kim joining us. How far into your body? You finished that one. You've gone on to another one, haven't you? The first one that you showed or talked to about, you're probably done with that, right?
You've known Hard
Mel Mel's here. Good evening, Mel Mel.
Is actually what you get. If you're not out money after 24 hours of playing slots, you'll get up to $1,000 back.
Did I get a new mic? No, mic's the same. I got different headphones, although they're the same style, that ones that I kind of wore out. Used to be before the pads started falling off. Linda's not dressed for the weather. She's going to wait here when we go out. Okay. All right. Far enough. Fair enough. It's warm enough down here.
There's some great deals happening right now in 2026 on brand new Chevrolets. We've got a great selection of Chevrolets in stock. Listen to some of these great deals happening.
Need a new mic. Well, then the station would have to supply it because this is a station-issued mic. Carrie has turned the heat down. Keep going in front of the heater so you can't talk because Tina Jr. turned the heat down. Well, I guess it's an idea of for saving money. That's one way to help it.
Remember, Chevy Trax as low as $248, Chevy Equinox as low as $270 a month. It only happens at Young Chevrolet in Owasso, St. John's, and Ionia. GMS 2436.
Do you think Shebop won the last drawing? Who won the last drawing? Who won the last one? Do I even? Well, we had more than one winner. I mean, we were having winners every week then. There wasn't one grand prize winner like we're doing this time. It's going to be, we had winners every week for a while. Once upon a time, we were doing a lot of drawings. A lot of drawings. The gas bill is doubled. Uh-huh. 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 All right, let's see. Well, we got one problem here. All right, we got one problem here, and we got one problem over here. All right. We might be able to solve one word on our crossword puzzle there. Maybe. Slow-go spot on northbound 75 because of a crash at Bristol Road in Flint Township. So know that if you're heading that direction, be patient going through that area. And also in Flint Township, debris on the road, Bristol at Linden Road is where we find that. And for updated Vehicle City traffic info, you check it at classicfox.com/traffic. If you spot a crash, let us know at 810-230-WRSR. That is 810-230-9777 to be a traffic tipster on 103.9 The Fox. Okay. With that in mind, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. See, snowy, but a little bit of it's going away. Check the crocus. Check for crocus. What do they look like? A little snow. Well, there's a little more than just a little. We got 4 or 5 inches that are sitting here. Jacko's getting really tired of coming out here with walking around in this crap. Really tired of it. Okay. And we don't have any peonies. No. None of those. All right. I guess I should leave my damn coat on. Why not? I'm going to stay down here for not all that much longer. I tell you what, let's see what we've got going now on our. We got time to do one more word. One more word. All right. This is the field. This is what we have. We have our clues over here, our board over here. Absuka's out of here. And we'll see him tomorrow. Have a pleasant, peaceful, productive day in Finland. All right, let's see what's going on over here. Zoom in on 33. 33, which we have, which is a 7-letter word. The clue being final in France. Final in France. Rachel's back once again. Almost missed us, but no, we just came in from outdoors, walking around the snow. Now, we're going to try to hone in on one final word for the day, because we're really kind of kicking it here in this, as you can see, we're getting really close to ending this thing. All right? So, this is final in France. I don't know if we're going to get that one. We may have to switch around. We are good. You bet we are. We've got a solid team here now. Let's see if we can attack it by going down a ways here. Let's try 35 down. 35 down, which is river grasses. River grasses. Something, something, something. DS. River grasses. Tina's going for finale. Oh, you're talking about the French thing here. Let's say what we said. Final in France. And you said finale. I think we need more words. Plus it starts with a D. D-E, something, 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 R. 7 words, 7 letters. The word starts with a D-E and then ends with an R. Linda says reeds. You know what? That's right. That's right. River grasses, reeds, R, E, E, D, S, reeds. I'm going to get that so you can see it a little bit better. All right, okay. Very good. 35 down, there you go. Now, let's go to 36 down while we're here. Let's see if we can get one more in before we're done. This is the last one, 36 down. And it is 3 letters. And the clue is DOD Intel ARM. DOD Intel ARM. In other words, it's what, from the Department of Defense. 36 down. Bam, bam, bam. 3 letters. So what are the arms of the departments that are part of the Department of Defense? Boy, have we heard enough about those in the last few weeks. Eric's thinking it's USN. No, that's not what it is. And it is 8:30. So we're getting ready to wrap this up here for the day. We'll be able to pick this up again tomorrow. You know, while we're down here, we got 41 down. Let me see if we can get this one out of the way before we're done here. It's 3 letters, blank TU. We might be able to do that because we got 2/3 of the clues already in. And that is RV connection. RV connection. 41 down. RV connection. Ice is not correct. Something TU. Something TU. RV connection. STU. Yep, that's it. STU. That's it, Eric. It's STU. All right. So that's going to do it for now. We're going to wrap it up for now and pick it up again tomorrow. All right. Eric says 37 down is state. Which is something TE. The clue was department. Something department. Yep. That would be state. So State Department is going to wrap that one up. Beautiful. We're rolling. Okay, look at that. How little we have left to do. Almost makes me want to go up here, but we'll wait. We'll come back tomorrow. All right. We'll break off now. Come back tomorrow morning. How do I know? Because I'm looking at the answers. I'm the one who has to be the referee now. I'm not helping you guys out. I'm just trying to give you, if you go off track, I'm going to try to get you back on track, but I'm not throwing answers out. You notice that. I haven't been doing any answers, right? Because I have them to help along, to try to get you guys, because you're doing well now. That's how that works. All right, guys, thank you very much for your attendance, your attention, and being here on a Tuesday morning. Back again tomorrow after you've had a pleasant, peaceful, productive Tuesday. It's going to be, in our area anyway, much warmer and much more satisfying than lately. You don't have to dress quite as thick. Yes, winter coats are still a thing, but not as many of them. You don't have to do Tina's thing and do 4 layers of clothes. And we'll come back tomorrow morning, starting with our TikTok lineup, right? Then Facebook, then Twitch, then YouTube. More answers to follow on our crossword puzzle. We may finish tomorrow. You notice we don't have that many to go. We may be done by tomorrow. Let's find out. Okay? Okay.